Boobity boo. Sneaking down the hallway. Doodly doo. Going to the door. I don't know what Markiplier put in that song, but let me tell you, is it catchy? It's the catchiest song. Doodly doo. Going down the hallway. Doodly doo. Going to the door. It's just so good. And for what? Markiplier made a banger. For what? There is no... What am I doing here? Private, public. Make that YouTube video. Public, save. Okay. Let's get started. Need to run that ad thing. Okay. I'm feeling pretty confident about today. I gotta say. I don't think I've ever been this confident with anything. Bobo Bear. Bobo the Bear, present and accounted for. Our Lord and Savior. Bobo. Okay. I'm just going through everything, but how you doing, Kat? How you doing? How you doing? Did the YouTube Shorts thing upload? I never know. It's always one of those, like, I'm not gonna know until I know type of things. Yes, it was. Okay. Then I guess we're ready to go. We're gonna be doing what we do best, I guess. Playing through this game. Hiya, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. We're doing chapter 4 today. There's only 5 chapters, so we are getting pretty darn close to the ending. Now, as you can tell by the stream title, I put that I believe that Jed is the guilty man. I believe that Jed is the reason why all the bad things in the world exist. Essentially. Treehugger here thinks that it is Ryan that's the bad oopsie guy. We'll have to think about that. I don't really know. I told her that I put the sausage. Is that even a is that even a word? The sausage. Well, the heat's on for Ryan and Jed. I personally think that it's only Jed. But who knows, really. So let's see here. Cancel out of that. Okay. I believe we're ready for the game. Press any button, okay. It's not letting me press a button. Okay. There's like a little... Oh. It goes away when I click away, watch. Right down here, there's a button. Oh, now it wants to work, okay. Camera? Why am I like... I need to get a better camera. Okay. I think we should just hop on in. Pretty sure we got everything. Yeah, so let's just continue. Oh, well, wrong button. Sorry. Okay. Chapter 4. Flicker. I don't like this. Okay, wait. I need to pause already. I was talking with Treehugger about something. And I was going over... Hold on, Alex. You know how before, Alex was going through the trunk where she was finding, like, her bard hat and everything? What if... And she opened up the thing, and there was, like, this little cut thing. Or little, like, scene that we didn't activate by ourselves. It was her holding a matchstick. Or, like, a box that said, like, never give up, or what, and it had, like, a cat. And she was like, never know when you're gonna need a light. What if... Because we found out in the last chapter... that we're going to be going into the, like, probably going to go into the mines, because we just figured out that there's 2 separate blasts, so I'm, you know, next step of logical processing would be to go there, you know? So, I think that we're going to either, like, strike up a dynamite, or we're going to need that one matchstick for something very crucial in either this chapter or chapter 5. But that's just a theory, so... Yeah, Steph, woo! A little more than weird. Yeah, it is. To Steph. Okay, so we're gonna pick Steph. Obviously, the only correct answer here. Oh, I'm in a skirt! How do I... Okay, I need to, like, see more of this. Alex is serving in that skirt. Okay, let's see here. As usual, we're gonna go through everything. The Sword of Dust and Daylight. Oh, I thought I could, like, read it, like, open it. Okay, so what is exactly, like, she was saying the Spring Festival. Is that, like... I don't know any, like, fair things. Hey, you're fine. Probably something, like, from Charlotte, no? Or, oh, there we go. I guess we're gonna find out. Well, I'm the first. That's kind of cute. Okay, let's see. Chinese takeout. Let's see. Open the chest first. Odd. It is a bit odd, though. Like, why a crushed... Or why a rose? I guess... Crushed rose? Like, for, like, the frame. But I also really like this. Like, where you're kind of, like, put in, like, an odd looking. I feel like this needs to happen more in these games. 0. Don't tell me what to do, dude. We're gonna fix this, no? Okay. USB stick. I don't want to grab that just yet. Gabe's notebook. Yeah, we already read this in last chapter. I'm gonna go over everything, basically. Jeez, dude. See, I want to know. I don't actually remember how many people took her anger. I think it was like a 40-60 split of people that took Charlotte's anger and people who, like, just said, okay, bye. Fix a leaky sink, call a plumber. 100%. Son of Lead. I keep on clicking read as if it's gonna open up the entire book. And I'll get to, like, see everything. Hi, Shushu. Okay. Dresser. Get dressed. I kind of like this outfit, though. But the hot dog man! Pocket cat. The Jane Doe. That does not look pretty. Oh god, I don't know which one to pick. I feel like this is the best one just because of that little hot dog man. But I also really like this. She's even got cat stockings! Why not? Stockings! Cat stockings. The tiger's kind of alpha. Welcome to the Sigma Male subreddit. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. This one's nice. Letter. Who gave me a letter? Is it from Jed? No. No, I should just read it normally. Alex, don't worry about me. The drive down south with my dad always makes me feel better. And we have a lot of plans for the summer. He said we could go camping and make ultra s'mores. S'mores, but with ice cream on top. That sounds kind of like... It sounds like super messy, but it could be good type of thing. Also, sorry if my bitrate dies at any point in this. It's having some issues. I think that my siblings just got home, so they're probably on the computers and phones and stuff. Secret family recipe. The LARP was amazing. You are a really good bard, and I hope we can do it again soon. I already have more ideas to fill out your backstory. Banshees. Ooh. Dude, I freaking love that kid. I think he's got some issues, though. Is our goldfish still alive? Good, he's vibing. Can I go up? Okay. Bard hat. That was honestly a sick hat. I kind of want to play this. I'm gonna play it. I played it in the first chapter, and then I never played it again. So let's try it again. Shall we? We never do not double things. What is it? We never make these hard attempts at playing, video games. Am I gonna outrun this guy? Leave me alone! Let me be! I think I should be fine. If that ghost goes down, I'm dead. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna play this game. I'm terrible at it. I'm way better at the other one. I don't want to do that. I'll just be embarrassing myself. Thank you. No thanks. I think we got everything, though. So let's take that USB. Let's say 128 gigabytes. Oh, God. What day is it? Is it this? Okay, 25th. Are you joining us this evening, dear? Yes. This one party, I'm willing to be brave. Oh, as painless as possible. So I think I'm gonna sing. Yeah? Probably. Okay. Enjoy the spring festival. I wish I could be there, but at least I'm getting crazy good work done on the next Thanor comic. Sweet. What's happening in this issue? No spoilers, but Thanor finds a gate to the underworld and fights the king of demons. Posture check, you got it. I am kind of slouching. I have this blanket here. I'm cold, so I'm kind of just like, I'm like trying to hug it as much as possible to keep me warm. Okay, what are you guys talking about, my good old pals that I had taken from my dead brother? I don't think that if my brother died, I couldn't just like be best friends with him. Like with his friends. That would be weird to me. Okay, the plan is to go distract. Okay, that's when we were distracting Diane. There's a second blast tonight. Oh, there was a second blast the night of the incident. Typhon's old mine was involved. They're trying to hide something. Steph and I want to hear everything. We're at the stage. Meet us when you're ready. Okay, you got it. Okay. I mean, probably. Jelly beans. What? Dude, I love jelly beans. Okay, the Spring Festival has become. First up, we have our annual chili cook-off, and later we'll have live music, a jelly bean guessing contest, and a raffle, as well as food, drink, and a bonfire. Let's kick spring off right. Angela Anderson. So that's probably, yeah, the ice cream lady. Thanks everyone for an excellent Spring Festival chili cook-off. My mouth is still burning. Killer Chili Mike, remind me to get the recipe for the lantern. I just don't like how the people who don't matter in the story don't have icons. Like, I don't know. It's just, I guess it's like why would they need to make double? I don't know. It's just a little weird thing, I guess. That I'm like, oh, they don't matter. Huge shout out to everyone who helped out with the LARP. I think we really helped boosted Ethan's spirits, and I had a great time too. I had a blast. Me too. We should definitely do it again. Splendid work, Stephanie. Is that what that was? Still banned. Dang. Kind Haven listeners, we are now live at the Spring Festival. Swing by our trailer in the park and grab some raffle tickets and maybe win some merch. I want merch! And make sure to stick around and keep your eyes on the main stage. We have a special... Yeah, I think that we're gonna sing. I'm not too certain, but I'm pretty certain. Okay. Enter. We look really cool, actually. I love the hot dog man outfit, though. Maybe on my second playthrough of the game, I'll have to go through and play as that, because that was awesome. I'm also gonna... Can I pause? Okay, I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. We've never had a good, thing with audio. If it's too loud at any point, let me know. And I shall lower it. Oh, there's Valkyrie. Nope, now it's way too loud. Oh god, we can never win, can we? It's a delicate balance between all of the settings. Howdy, partner. Yeah, really. Hearing Gabe, helping Charlotte. Let's be honest. Honesty is what friendships are made of, right? Steph's like, it's chill. Friendships! I guess we're both sorry. I owe you a trophy, yeah. I love that cat out of the pocket. Yo, she's giving me the look! Hold on, we can't just pass that up. Ryan. Give me a minute, okay? Ryan is over here like, what? Okay, you're gonna be very smart. I think I'm very smart by saying that Jed did it. But I think that Ryan, if he is involved, he was just ruining my moment with Steph. She literally licked me. She went. Okay. What are we talking about again? Who's playing? It's us. We're playing. Someone named Alex Chen. You got it. Okay, goodbye. There's the Redditor! I love that guy! Steph. Okay, this is... I like this. Happy Spring Festival, Haven Springs Community. Thanks for letting us celebrate with you. Okay. Cool, big company who killed my brother. Whatever you say. Drugstore makeup. What are we counting in for? Who's Diane? Oh, we don't like Diane. Hi, Alex. Wanted to wish you a wonderful spring festival. Unfortunately, I have to work through it this year, but I really appreciate our conversation earlier today. It was great getting to know you better. Did we talk with her? I don't... Okay, so... Did we see her at all during the D&D? I don't think we did. Was that... Well, I guess it was when Steph and Ryan were, like, the distracting people, I guess. I don't know how that... I don't know why you would appreciate that. I made you sad, but... Yeah, screw you, though, Diane. Piece of doo-doo. What are you sad about, bro? Anxious boy, anxious girl? This is pretty. What is this? Dude, oh, what is that? Wait. There's like pyramid of empties. What's going on there? Shouldn't you like always make sure it's like extinguished? Look at me, I'm freaking Smokey Bear out here. Shouldn't it always be extinguished? Okay. This is gorgeous. I do love this free open area. I think that the probably the closest. Oh, to get the dog. Probably the closest thing to like this open of a world. This open of a world would probably be like the dumpster area, or that I could remember is like the dumpster area in Before the Storm. I don't really feel like anything else was that big. Also, hey Bison, how you doing? We are at the Spring Festival. We have our cute little cat pocket, and if we zoom out, you'll see a little bit under our skirt is little cats. They're little cats. I love this. Yeah, don't... I don't think we can go this way. It's not really letting me. We can go this way? Dragon's Horde. Dude, this is like me when I found out that you could make your own Minecraft server. I remember writing out, I was like, Pikachu Craft. There's some videos on the YouTube channel also where it's like me showing off the spawn that I had made. Oh, that's awesome. You're good. Hey, I'm glad to hear, dude. And also, meow indeed. Meow. Meow. Look at the little meow. Okay, let's see. Happy. You go, dude. Neighbors at Typhon Mining. Yeah, that's, I don't like Typhon, but again, that's the point, I guess. I really hope that this isn't on, like, some magical timer, and I have to, like... Oh, I can go in here? Yo, we're exploring every inch of this place, guys. This is gonna be a long one. Every inch. Speaking of, like, being in the Black Lantern here, they had done a patch where, like, last stream, or the stream before, Jed was T-posing in that there corner. They actually released a patch note fixing that, so I'm like... we got to have a very, very rare, thing, I'd say. Easy. And then jukebox. I'm not gonna put anything on. I do really like these songs, but the reason why I'm not putting it on, if I wasn't like recording for the YouTube and stuff, I would. But I just want to save myself some editing and copyright. Sure. Okay. Plain hamburger. Cut me some slack. Mm. Lathrop tonic. Excellent treatment for snake bites, ticks, and flea wounds, mental disorders, blebs. What are blebs? Salinity? Oh. Hi there. I cannot read. Howdy. Oh, here we go. Paranoia. Okay, who's being paranoid here? Is it Jed? Dad, dude. I don't know if it's just me. Just me. But for some reason, that sounded so perfect. What? Good job, Treehugger. Okay, but also this means that Jed's extra sus. That was so perfect. What? Oh my god. You got that timing. I don't know, dude. Oh, hey, Ducky. Ducky's always alone. He's always sad. I love that game. Oh. That was so funny, though. Tabitha, I think, is either Ducky's wife or Ducky's daughter. I think it's gonna be the wife, but he'll talk about the daughter. Excuse me. He's like, how'd you know? That's fine. Let's look around for clues, yeah? Should I talk with him again? Or should I read him? I'm gonna read him. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get in touch with his emotions. Loud volume, warning, bright light. Warning. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, don't tell me that Tabitha was like, this was the bear gift. I really like this bear. Oh, I like this bear. Please don't make it be, like, so sad. That's a cute nickname. Instead of Tabitha. Tabitha's just a, you know, it's not a common name, you know? I love Ducky, dude. Bear hug. I wish I could hug it. I don't think I can, though. Moose got a hat? Okay. No, she's not. Hey, what was the song? I think I know the song, but like at the current moment in time, my brain didn't like register any of it. The Wooden Bear. Brenna! I love Bran the Bear. That's my favorite thing. Bears are my favorite animals. I wish I was wearing my other hoodie that has a massive bear on it. I love bears. Tabitha? We're gonna go turn on that song. Yeah. Was it the Alabaster Daydreams? Or... No. Are we gonna slow dance with Ducky? Please tell me we slow dance with Ducky. I'm a psychic. Oh my god, I love old people. Yo, Ducky, you suck though. Rainbows in the sky. What was the bear's name again? Bra. But I already forgot. Oh. I'm gonna let this go the whole way through. I love this old man. He's just so tragically sad. Sorry, guys. Enjoy the moment. I don't even want to talk. I just want to like enjoy this. I feel bad. I feel weird not talking. Excuse me. I don't know why. This reminds me of like Christmas. But isn't it just like creepy? He's sad. We're a young person who's willing to talk about his emotions. Do you know how many years of toxic masculinity this guy probably had to go under? We're dancing. It's a little dance, you know. It's lovely. Wouldn't you dance with an old man you've known for a month? He's sad. He's alone. I would dance with him. We're gonna whip a Nene together. What was the bear's name? I already forgot. But that's the best thing in the game. I don't know when it starts and when it ends. That's the only issue. I think we're gonna stop now. I like that song though, but I think it repeats. It's me! Why'd the music stop? Okay, you know what would have been really creepy though? Like how you're saying that it's creepy that we're dancing with him because he's an older man. What would have been creepier? Imagine with no music. Like the people doing it for YouTube and like the people doing for Twitch with no music, they have it all turned off. What if they're just like they're all just I saw one person's TikTok where that was happening, and it was like when when Alex and Gabe were like in the room jamming before like Mac came in to like punch Gabe in the face. It was just them stomping on the floor like really loudly. Okay, let's do a quick double check, make sure we have not missed anything. I would hate to miss anything. That thing's funny. This will forever be the funny thing. Let's look at it. Okay, I don't know what it is. Was like Jed making Ryan drink something or what? I didn't really understand what was going on. I was trying to, but then the whole dude and the yell threw me off. I really hope there's no timer on how long this takes. Like, if I walk out of one of these buildings, and then everyone's just like, Alex, come on! Which I don't think they would do that. Gotta lurk for a bit. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming by, and thank you for that awesome, perfect timing. Who is this? Hello, good sir. Can I talk with you? You admiring these motorcycles? Oh, this is the dude that just yells. Wait, was this person just skipping? Did they just skip across? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay, so I was just trying to see if the lady was skipping or not. Dang. Okay. I like bears. Okay. Yeah, we're really good at this. Grand reopening. Brown Bear Diner is returning under new management next month. Well, Jed, I might have to leave you. I just said bears are my favorite animals. Sorry, sir. I've got to go. Gonna check it over here. Eventually, this will have something. Eventually. Maybe not this chapter. Maybe not ever. In my dreams, it will. We're gonna go check on Eleanor and all them. The record store if we can. Literally, we're gonna go everywhere. I mean, it's an open world for a reason. They don't want to limit you, so. It would be be silly if not, you know? It'd be... Yeah. Check out the dispensary, shall we? Okay, closed. Haven drugs. Okay, why are you sad? I'm gonna... Yeah. You two look great together. Cute couple. How do you know my name? Matchmaker! Yay! No, as a group. We made her happy! Freaking awesome, dude. Go team. Okay, so it looks like she's closed. The record store is not going to be open because Steph's not there, but... with the rate... Wait. Drew, with the rate of 6. I don't know why I just said, oh, with the rate. Hello, though. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hello. How was your stream, dude? Hope it was good. Right now, we're trying to, What's over here? It sucked? Oh. Were you drinking the entire pool? Oh, what happened? Oh, that's good then. Oh, is he bad at the game or something? Playing Kick Sim? What is that? Like a... Wait, hold on. I'm like trying to reach out and listen to people's conversations. Like, he's always bad at the game. Was it literally just like Kicking Simulator? Getting killed by zombies over and over? It was even worse this time. That's kind of like every game for me though. Like I'm just absolutely garbage at everything. Like even this. I try to relax. I try to take a second and then she's like, "We should leave." Can't even sugarcoat it. You guys playing League of Legends? Yes, but true is true. Okay, wait. So someone was by this bridge. So I don't know if you guys... Oh, okay. I don't know if any of you guys have watched any gameplay of this. We're on chapter 4. And we're not really doing anything that would be like big on spoilers. So if you don't want any spoilers, then like go check out their YouTube, you know what I mean? But like basically I think that the old man is guilty. That's kind of where I'm at in this game. I just know that woman, this lady, the lady with the cute cat paw. She's even got cat stockings. She's cool. Look at that. Down by the skirt. Okay, let's read this emotion. Oh. Hey, Gator! I don't know what Streamlabs put in front of your name in chat, but thank you so much for joining the village. Yes, I'm aware he is. We need to go speak to Riley now, Alex. Jeez. Riley's going off to college, and Eleanor has dementia and is gonna forget everything. Saw the first chapter, missed you doing chapter 2, and saw the last part of 3. BRB, good luck. Those are like 3-hour-long videos and all. This one will also be up on YouTube, so no worries. Hey, Riley. Are you feeling anxious? It's okay. Should we tell her? Can we tell her about Eleanor's dementia? Why is her ponytail so stiff, by the way? That's like as stiff as Max's ponytail in Before the Storm on that DLC episode. And her feet are in the ground. Thought it was just a meme. No, it was so sad. The old lady forgot that my character's brother had just died. And she missed the wake, and we had to help her remember. No, we have to tell her. We better be able to tell her. We should tell her about the dementia. That's... Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what this game is about, so I don't kind of care. Or I kind of don't care. I can't read. I'm sorry in advance. So this game, main character's brother died. It was like a sus type of death. We called into somewhere to stop a mining explosion thing from going off. But then it happened, he got killed in a rock slide, and now we have some leads on who could have possibly done it. And we're gonna tell Riley about Eleanor, because I don't want her going to college like that. Your Nana's not gonna remember you. Oh, Alzheimer's, not dementia. No, it was beyond easy. Like, that's the right choice. You can go to college whenever. Like, you can always reapply, you can always do this, that, and the other. But you only get one Nana. You gotta cherish that old woman. That was so sad when we were figuring that out. Oh, hello. I was literally like, even Annika was here, and we were all like, oh my god. Not the old lady. You can kill my brother, but I draw the line at old women forgetting everything. Maybe at the stage? I don't want to. Just want to take a second to say how wonderful Haven really is. Nights like this always remind me how lucky I am to call this place home. No other place will ever come close. You're not so bad yourself. This wonderful old woman. Nah. It's like we're getting down to our last basket of roses. Oh yeah, we gotta go find her. I think... Wait, but like I want to have roses. I never gave a rose to anyone. I need to find out where those are. What if there's a way to just like skip the love options entirely? That would be, I would feel so bad. I was even saying like, oh, I hope there's not a timer on all this. No, there definitely is. Guess I should have looked closer to over there before I came out here. That's my fault. Okay. Would Eleanor be out here? Because Riley kind of just like walked across the street. But like, that's where I would get the flowers, yeah? I think that I'm fine. I think I'll still be able to give a rose to Steph. I just gotta, who is it I gotta avoid? Is it Ryan? Yeah, bye Ryan. I don't want to talk with you right now. Respectable? Okay. Who's talking? Okay. Half this game is just me not knowing where to go. Okay, let's just do the boyfriends real fast. Dude, we inspired everyone with that LARP. Dude, we inspired... Well, not even just Ethan for his, like, comics. We also got the, ice cream people and stuff. Hey, Mac. I knew from the start he wasn't bad. We're not... Yeah. Steph is the one and only for my character. Sorry, sir. Which, speaking of Steph, we gotta find... My god. There's like 8 different people talking. Jesus. Okay, I guess we'll sit. I want to find a flower to give to stuff. I don't know if I still can. I think I should be able to, but... And now we sit through the entire song to totally soak up the vibes. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this song. I don't know if I like this song yet or not. And also, everyone from Drew's, stream and everything, I like to sit through the entirety of this to really get all of the, Uh, I I guess emotions in a way. What is it like? I don't know. There's just something different. Like if you were to get up and skip this, I just don't play the games like that. So sorry in advance that this is gonna take like 4 hours just to get through one chapter. Excuse me. I'm not a big fan of this song. I feel like it's missing something. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not my favorite song, gotta say. I think my favorite song would be the brother one from chapter the last one. That one I already have that on my playlist. That one's good. I've already listened to it like 10 different times. I love that cat. Oh god, here we go. Okay. Uh The Black Beast of P. Audley's Traveling Circus. Audley's Traveling Circus and its crown jewel, the Black Beast, toured the United States in the 1930s and early 1940s before P. Audley's ultimate demise here in Haven Springs, Colorado. This ill-fated performance lingered in Haven's history for decades after, and whispers of the beast remain even today. The crown jewel of Audley's Traveling Circus was known as the Black Beast, likely a melanistic. My reading comprehension skills are so bad. Color variant of Panthera onca. Witness accounts, however, defy the traditional understanding of the species given its unusually large size and unnatural longevity. The Black Beast was scheduled to appear at a show in Haven Springs on July 27th, 1944. That night, an incident during the performance allowed the Black Beast to escape into the mountain wilds, killing several performers in the process. Nowadays, hikers, hunters, and the adventurous at heart still report sightings of a large shadow stalking in the mountainsides of Haven Springs. Presented by Haven Springs Historical Preservation Society. Epic. I think that guy's the killer. No. Okay, I'm just gonna check him out. I'm like trying to pick up all the little things. I think that he's the killer, dude. He's so the killer. He's like the ring leader. Let's get a flower, shall we? One for someone special. My one and only Steph Gingrich, come to me. I've got a rose for you. Okay, hello, Mr. Redditor. How are we doing over here? Hello. It's like an Amazon. Oh. I thought it was like 25. I'm gonna say 384. Okay. I guess I'll go 300. That's closer. Oh, she's still happy. She's like roasting me? Jesus. $700. Just changing. Willy-nilly. Oh. Oh, come on. Ah, I hate this about the game. As soon as someone stops talking, it auto scrolls all the way up. Oh, she's angry. Now you better pat that dog for me. I'm just that good, lady. Okay, what is this? This is music live time, Kindhaven listeners. Start making your way over to the site. No. I haven't done everything. I must do everything. Hey, oh, hold on. Okay. Hey, Steph. How you doing? Hi, Steph. How you doing? She's like, you dumb idiot. Can't you see I'm doing something here? No, obviously not. Oh, Steph. Ken! Hello. We just gave a flower to Steph. Yeah, I really like this woman. Okay, well, we gave her a rose. My life's complete. Did I have to go backstage? I don't really want- I'm gonna go speak with, well, should I double check on everything? Ah, part of me wants to do everything. I want to, like, totally 100% this game and just really vibe. Is that a bouncy house? I almost said bouncy castle. I guess that would be correct, too. Wow. Can't even interact with this thing. Okay. I guess now we talk with Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Hold on. Someone messaged me. I have to look. Attention Haven Springs. Happy Spring Festival and thank you for welcoming me into your community to celebrate our forthcoming grand reopening. The Brown Bear Diner is offering free soup and salad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we had a really good idea there. Okay. We are You idiot. Them right now. Dude, I love that. That's like in Before the Storm. Before the Storm, when she's like, no way am I being in the Tempest. And then she's like, God damn it. Oh. This is either going to be really cringy or really cool. I'm calling it right now. There's no in between. Really cringe, really cool. But we have that gay synergy, though. Okay, now we sit back and we relax, folks. I need to move this. Hold on. I have a blanket. Ugh. I'm like casually trying to change my blanket. No! Ah! I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Dude, I love them. Look at Ducky! I love that old guy. I love him so much. Whoa! That wasn't cringe, and I'm actually really happy about that. Singing in games, either really cringe or really good. This one is really good. Oh, hi, Charlotte. How you doing? Don't tell me we broke her mind by taking that anger from her. She looked like she didn't know what was happening. Like, she just, like... And then she turned away like that. Yeah, she kind of does look lost. Like, no think happening. 35 feet. Why? What do you mean better? No emotion? Because I took it? This might be good. she's like, hey, Alex, how deep do you think that lake is? Don't worry about me. I was not just saying that I wish I was dead just like Gabe in last chapter. Don't mind that. We're all good. This is not good. She's like a husk. Is that the word? I think that's the word. Like, she's there, but, like, she's, like, no emotion. Or, like, she would have better emotions. She would have bigger emotions. Oh, sorry, gotta check my phone. Hero. Oh, no. Hero! Hey, come meet me on the rooftop. Okay, Steph. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. Okay, meet on the roof, yeah? We should probably go talk with everyone else first, no? I'm gonna go make sure that everything's chill. Make sure Ryan's not all butthurt. Yeah. I can't. I already did that. You. Did I read your guys' emotions? I don't think I did. Oh, sorry. No, Ducky, talk! No, Ducky. Give me back the talk option. Oh my god, I hate this. This man's guilty. I don't care what anyone says. That is one guilty old guy. Oh, what is this? Hello? Mr. Anxious Nothingness? What seems to be bothering you, sir? Mr. What is this? Why is this? What is happening there? Okay, see you later, Mr. Invisible Drummer Man. Have a good one. Okay, I think that's just about it. I should probably stop finding so many glitches to the game. Just want to be thorough. But I think that that's just about as thorough as I could possibly get. Can I jump down here? No. Yeah, I don't really think that there's anything else I could do. Because I've kind of gone everywhere. And done everything. Yeah. I absolutely hate this. There's like so much. I like the thing. Now, my favorite game is Before the Storm of this like series. So obviously I've been like bringing it up a lot because I really like that. I've played it. I'm on my like 2.5 playthrough. And I've watched it a bunch of different times from a bunch of different people. I liked how in that one, like, the only time where Chloe talked was when she was, like, leaving the out-of-bounds area. And then every other time it's like, hold up your hand for the objective. Like, that's kind of up here, but, like, I don't need to know every 5 seconds, dude. It's a little bit annoying. Like, especially last chapter, I was having so much fun in that quest. And then everyone's like, I should go check out the dispensary. The Black Lantern's part of the LARP. It was just too much. Went on forever. And I think in here... Let's double check real fast. Are we gonna kiss on the rooftops? Wait. Wait a minute. Are we gonna kiss on the rooftops? Are we gonna kiss on the rooftops? Dude, I love stuff. Ryan was okay too. Treehugger, though, did make some good points as to why Ryan could be in on it. But I don't really think Ryan's in on it. I think he's just the himbo of the woods. And his dad's to blame. That was my money from the start, from the get-go. What? Don't leave me. Don't leave me. So what do I do? So happy for you. This sucks. It does suck. I love stuff. I was just like, are we gonna kiss on the rooftop? And now she's like, what? You're leaving? Huh? I guess I'll be supportive. Why is she leaving? Stay with me. Oh. Okay. Salem, Berlin, Ocean. Massachusetts? What the heck's in Massachusetts? What's the middle of the ocean? She's just gonna be playing on like a boat. She's like on her drums and she's like 1, 2, 3, and then the fish are like, good job. Oh god. I think Berlin would be more her beat. I'm gonna say ocean though, because I think that's funny. Like the dolphins. Good job. Cruise ship, sea lab, cruise ship. No. Sea lab, and then, dude, I want to see this. I thought you should just said ka-chow. I should have. She goes to Berlin, and it's just Lightning McQueen's there. You play the drums for the dolphins. Hmm. Hold on. I'm gonna pause it here because that reminds me of something. Just the ka-chows. There was one time where Han and we were talking and he goes to me, "What does Lightning McQueen say?" And I was just staring at him because I genuinely forgot. Like I spaced in that moment. And then he goes, "Bazinga." So now that's like a little inside thing between us where whenever Lightning McQueen's there, we go bazinga instead of ka-chow. I just had to say that before I forgot, by the way, so sorry. But I'm sad. Me packing my bags to leave. Goodbye, Haven Springs. Like, when anything you want. Anything you say, mama. Oh, my knee just popped. I feel like this isn't gonna happen. Do I not want to go with her? One month? Dead brother's best friend? Now my girlfriend. Ahaha. Kiss! Kiss! Okay, yeah. What is gonna be the loud audio? What is gonna be the loud audio, huh? Huh? What's gonna be? Are we gonna make out too loud? What, fireworks gonna go? What if fireworks go off? Fireworks are definitely gonna go off. Fireworks are gonna go off. Now I'm just lonely. Now I'm just lonely. I want to be gay and in love, but instead I'm gay and alone. Gay and happy. Mwah. Mwah. Moi. The power of gay. Yo, we're a 2-person band going in the middle of the ocean. No, I am leaving with you, honey. We're going. I did? When do we go? I'm ready to leave now. Okay, I will. I don't see why we couldn't have just left right then and there. Well, yeah, we have the whole typhon business to get through, but like, middle of the ocean. Like, she's like, yeah, I did it, I did it. Ocean man. What am I doing? Oh, the USB. We're gonna... If he starts talking, I'm done. Okay. Did we? I don't think we did. Little side thing. Dude, that's just so weird though. I don't know if it's just me, because like I've never been friends with any of my brother's friends really. But like, if I came to a town, my brother died, and then suddenly I became best friends with his two best friends, and then suddenly I started dating one of his best friends, or not dating, kissing, I would be a little weirded out. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like that would be weird. But that's cute. Okay. Also, I'm gonna take this moment. I'm gonna head off to the restroom real fast. So I will be back in a minute. Ocean. The fish are the ones that killed Gabe. Gabe is dead because the fishes. Now he's swimming with them. So I'm gonna go pee real fast and I'll be right back. I don't know if the ad's even playing. There we go. Okay, I have returned. Finally, after decades of wandering. Also, gotta do one thing really fast before we can begin again. For some odd reason, the tags of this stream, deleted themselves. So I had a theory that they did. What am I doing again? Hold on. I can't talk and do multiple things. I'm terrible at this. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. Done. There we are. Okay. I am really cold. This is very much fun. So far, this game, probably my favorite one other than Before the Storm. I think Before the Storm's always gonna have a special place in my heart. You'll be in my heart. I don't know why. It's just good, I guess. But this one's definitely doing really, really well for itself. So far, this one's probably better than the original for me. Everyone can have their own opinions, but for me, I like this one better. than the original, and better than the second one. But I don't really think that the second one's that hard to beat, truly. Second one wasn't, like, critically acclaimed, I guess. But let's continue to listen to this music, shall we? Oh yeah, back in the fields. I just got a kiss. Why am I so alone in real life? Like... I do really like this. These songs have been really nice. Really fun to listen to. I do feel like this happy feeling is gonna go away really, really quickly, though. Like, something tragically horrible is gonna happen. I think I'll be adding this one to my playlist, too. I want to, like... I don't know. I have a playlist that's just called Life is Strange Vibes. And it consists of, like, primarily songs from the games. But also, like, ones that just give off the vibes for each. This, definitely getting that song. Ooh. That's like a scratch of the brain. That's like a good old itch up there. Like... Ow. I'm like hitting my chair. Wait. I just had a thought. Okay, that was a really good song. But what's it called? What if we... Sorry. My feet are cold and I'm trying to get my blanket correct. Okay. What if we go downstairs, meet Diane, and she sees us with this? No, just kidding. Psych. Forget about it. It's never gonna happen. Unless it does. Hey, Pike. He's gonna see it. Oh, okay. He's in... No? No, he's with Diane. Yeah, because we stole. He's in on it. Typhon and him are in it. Yeah, we're arrested now. Oh. Now we're in Life is Strange too. How about a bear? No. Could have been drugged by Typhon. You never know at this point. Why would you offer then? Because you stole the USB drive. See, I knew it was something like that was gonna happen. That's BS. That is totally not what happened. We just said that we just said that we have the drive, so obviously. Definitely not. Technically, it was... No, I did take it. You need to, yeah. This is like throwing me under the bus to be guilty, but... When you reopen the case, dude. You're a terrible cop. Order from who? Order from Typhon! Hi! We also control the police officers, which is not that surprising. Wait, what was the other option? I feel like I should have picked that one. Yeah, it really shouldn't matter. Like, well... You can still, like, have a little look-see, though. Let's be dumb. Screw Diane! Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, that was kind of cringe. What? The who to the what? To the who'sma now? I have the Treehugger did a perfectly on time one of those earlier. It was so good. Yeah, true. Shouldn't I have spoken with, like, an attorney, though? Like a... He's in on it, and he knows! Just do the hand thing. Figure it out. It's gonna, like, pin me as the murderer or something. Chen Alexandra, brother Gabriel Chen, died in an accident related to Taifeng mining blast. Yo, they got pictures of us. Intel shows subject has a high level of determination. Okay. Negative affection has persisted beyond predicted. I don't even know. Suspect also appears to have possession of confidential information. Threat assessment. Began following subject after meeting with Mac Loudon. Subject met a man identified as Ryan Lucan. Little else of note. Subject spent 3 hours in apartment. Wi-Fi screen monitoring reveals searches in a Typhon's history. And isn't this like... That has to be something of a red flag for some type of agency. Do private investigators do that? Or am I just like... Can private investigators do that? Subject met and spoke with client in Black Lantern. It appears to have still... Okay. That's where we were hugging. Okay. Close friend... Gabriel Chen died in an accident related... Okay. Assisted with her efforts against Typhon. Involved in and extremely distraught over accident. Subject has high level of knowledge of both geography and residents of Haven. Wait, threat priority. So, threat priority 1, and Ryan is 2, and Steph is... Or no, Ryan is 1, and Steph is 2. Gingrich, Steph. Close friend. Okay. Assisting in her efforts. Proven resourceful and dangerous. It is, yeah. I thought I could get justice, but this is America, bro. You knew from the start. We should have signed that. We should have told Charlotte not to sign the affidavit, but at that point in time, we didn't know. But it definitely was shady. Yeah. I thought that I could get justice is kind of like... dumb, because it's America, but... Maybe we'll make him feel guilty. Get out of my face, bro. Yeah. Oh, don't make me decide. Don't make me decide. Please don't make me decide. Don't make me decide. You know what? I actually don't know. Risk-taking Pike's fear. What's that gonna do, realistically? I take one man's fear. He's not in any position to do anything. And then I will just be fearful, which could make me... Because we all know that we're going into the mines, right? We all know that we're ditching this and we're gonna go in there. I think that, at least. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen. But I'm pretty confident. I'm confident enough to say, at least, I look crazy. But I'm confident enough to say that we are. So I think that I should just... But if I sign it, I'm like legally obligated. There's no good answer here. This is like the lesser of two evils. I take Pike's Sphere. It could interfere with me solving things for myself and figuring out what I want. If I sign Typhon's affidavit, then I'm like legally connected, and I'm gonna take his sphere. My mouse doesn't want to let me. Hello? Should I take his sphere or not? I don't understand. But then if I sign the affidavit, then he would get off my back, and then... Because in my mind, I think we're going to the mines. Like, after this, we're packing our bags and we're heading up there sometime soon. But I would... I don't know. Should I risk my friends? Should I... Is Ryan arrested? No, we're arrested! You missed a whole bunch! You're gonna have to watch the YouTube when it comes out, you know? No. So right now, we're either going to take Pike's Sphere and try to see if he's willing to let it slide, because Diane found out that we have the USB, and Typhon is gonna press charges, and it's like a federal tax fraud or whatever the heck. So we could be in prison for 5 to 10 years. If we sign it, then it's like, whatever. But if not, we could be putting Steph and Ryan in danger because Typhon, he handed us a paper, or like a thing, that has a bunch of information on it, and it's got threat levels, it's got Ryan's everything, it's got Steph's everything, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Tree, I'm gonna leave this in your hands. Whatever you say, I am going to go with it. What could go wrong? I mean, you've already done that perfect timing stuff. I say, see, yeah, can we just alt-tab? Can we, you know, it's time to leave the game. Now we wait for 10 minutes for Treehugger to respond. 10 long minutes. This is definitely not good. My God. See, I think it's funny, because I think that some people who are doing this playthrough, like, for other people, are exaggerating some of their emotions, but literally right now, I'm having, like, the biggest dilemma of my life. Like, I'm trying to rationalize everything. We already made Charlotte sign the affidavit that Typhon gave them some money. Oh, excuse me. But at the same time, like, if we sign the affidavit, there's no justice in anything. I think that we should take Pike's Sphere. If Treehugger doesn't respond in the next minute, I'm taking his sphere. So it's all up to you now. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I always think that I'm emotionally prepared for this. I never am. It's one of those things where God. Treehugger. Treehugger, hurry up. I must know your answer. Watch her not even be like here. Oh God. Time's almost up. It looks like we're taking someone's emotions. I don't think it's gonna do anything though, to be honest. Like, do I take the emotions? Do I not? What do I do? Type of thing. Okay, it's been exactly 1 minute. And I'm rethinking it all now. God. I'm gonna take a sphere. I'm gonna take the fear because we're not legally bound. Yeah, it might be a little like, sus. But, you know, I don't think anything bad could happen. You know, everything bad that has happened already happened, you know? Oh, I'm making the wrong choice. Dude. Aren't you a police officer, sir? Why are you smiling at me like that? For Gabe. For Gabe. That's not a good answer, dude. But hey, at least we're getting somewhere with it, you know? Okay, good. We skip town now. Oh my god. I've never been so stressed about making dumb video game decisions in my life. I'm actually really caught up in this story. My butt is like in the chair funny. I was like sinking in, I'm all the way back. Oh my god. I'm like trying to make sure that it zooms up right. Ugh. That was a lot of stress for no reason. This is like, I will find you. He's the bad guy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He's the bad guy. He is the bad guy. I said it's in chapter 1. He's the bad guy. It's just the fear talking, sweetie. You're fine. Get up. Go get a drink. Splash some water on your face. Okay, I'll tell you what to do next. Go close all the blinds. No, go close all the blinds. Got like 80 billion of them. Close the blinds. Close the blinds! Okay. Fun. Yay. Okay. Oh, yay. That's cool. What a festival, Haven! We ate, drank, and made merry. We tasted chilies, we rocked out some music. Okay, that was kind of good. I don't know why I read that like that. Okay, journal. Okay, this is what I need to read all 4 of these now, or 3. Some anger's blisters like old film stock stuck in a projector. It eats you up from the inside, melts away everything else until all you are is a brittle shell and a boiling mass of blame and guilt. Make some art supposed to help, right? But it doesn't, just fills your shop with reminders of what shitty person you are. Don't know how I knew I could do it. It was like suddenly noticing an extra limb, somehow invisible. Until the very moment I thought to use it, I could reach inside, find Charlotte's anger, turn it down, turn it off. God, it hurt so bad for a minute. wanted to burn down the whole world. Sit down in the street. Let the flames peel me away layer by layer. Instead, I swallowed it. I had to. Charlotte suddenly just fine. Maybe not fine, but safe at least, for now. Keep telling myself it was the right thing to do, the only option I had. But then I remember her eyes, the way they looked at me, but didn't really see me. Yeah, I think that we turned her into... I'm gonna Google it to make sure that I'm not, like, accidentally calling someone a name. It's a husk, right? Husk meaning. The dry outer covering of some fruits and seeds. Yes, like, she's a husk of a person. Yeah. I thought for some reason I was using the wrong word there. Ducky sadness. I think sometimes we make reserved space in our heads for particular people, the important ones anyways. They become part of us, so permanent and immutable that eventually you can't imagine what it would even mean to be who you are without them. And then one day they're gone, and all that's left is the space you cleared for them in your head. And you're not sure how to so much as breathe anymore. Maybe that's what it means to be haunted. Ducky doesn't know how to be Ducky without tabs. Part of him feels like he's spent the years since her death doing an impression, his best recollection of who he used to be when she was still here. I think when we danced, he remembered a little bit of who that person was. I think he could see a little bit of Tabs. I think he could see a little bit of what Tabs saw in him. I am so sorry that I cannot read. I have something about these games just makes my brain not work properly. Steph is good at hiding her feelings. Maybe it has something to do with her LARPing. Knowing how to wear a personality like a mask, but tonight I could tell that underneath the genuine excitement was a vein of anxiety, a tiny voice whispering, you have to deal with whatever comes after. She asked me to leave with her to see the world with her, and all at once it occurred to me that the wide open sky above us would look just a little different from some other rooftop in some other place. For a second, I ached to see it. Little stages and little bars, a whole secret network of strangers waiting to be made less strange, even if for a night. Dude, I was ready to leave. Like, could I have that? Do I deserve it? Of course you do, Alex. Of course you do. I deserve it. I deserve to play through it. I'm that lonely. Someone please be my girlfriend. Please. I'm sad. There's the threat that keeps you awake at night, all vigilant and terrified. Then there's the one you don't even know exists, so you sleep just fine. Guess which one is more likely to kill you? I thought I knew what Typhon was, but really I had no idea Pike knew, and it terrified him. The horror of the witness, the paralyzed audience strapped in, and made to watch the same inevitable choreography performed again and again and again. What have you seen, Pike? Before Gabe, before me, what secrets did you have to keep, and how long did you have to keep them? Thought of Charlotte, of what I've done to her anger. What if I took Pike's fear, swallowed it, made it mine? What would it do to him? Would it do to him what it did to Charlotte? I had to take the risk. Rat girl. Dang. Oh, did I miss something? No. Are you kidding? Oh my god, we're going back through that at the end of this chapter. Okay. Well, at least she's staying in Haven now. Okay, let's sit. Think we're gonna listen to some music, or we'll just ponder life itself. But holy Christ. Yes, you did. Shoo shoo. I mean, we knew that Typhon was like the big bad guys. Yeah, that's fine. They're tough. Goldfish. No, but I'm like, I feel like if Steph or Ryan were in my position, that they would do the same. I like this song. This girl needs to relax a little, though. Like, she needs to sit back in her chair, kind of just like, you know? I feel like she's always, uptight, you know? She needs to relax. Just a tiny bit. Doesn't have any chill. I actually really like this song. My hands are cold, though. Like, curling up in a little blanket. Ah, life is strange. Life is sitting, more like. You had to go back to Twitch, or to Chrome for Twitch to work. Do you have, like, the Twitch app? That was a really nice song. I really like that song, honestly. Also, hi, Tootsie. Nah, Dang. A lot has happened. But dang. Different browser. Opera GX. Yeah, Twitch is a little buggy sometimes. Dude, okay, so the company's like watching us, right? I wonder if we could have seen someone taking pictures if we looked out the window. No, the thing is cringe. Why are you using Firefox? No, Internet Explorer. I missed a thingy. Now I'm like, yeah. I already looked at that. Turntable. No, you have to. You have to let them know at least. The company is watching us. So, Typhon, which is the mining company, that we're going after and that killed, my brother in this, they were taking pictures. So she was like, so Alex was like, what do I do next? And I was like, well, now we close all the blinds, but we can't. I don't understand why. We should. Oh, hello, bud. Look. Okay, what are we gonna wear now? Do I get to pick again? Or is it just like her putting on an outfit? Oh, okay. What shirt do we have on? Haven Springs Sabertooths. Okay, I guess it's not that bad. Okay. I mean, the night was fine. We went to the festival. We danced with an old man to make him feel better. We kissed Steph. What is this game about? It's kind of like a murder mystery thing. And no, all the games are not in order. If you wanted to go in order of the games, I'd say Life is Strange. Life is Strange Before the Storm first, then the original, then Life is Strange 2, and I want to say then this one. But this one and Life is Strange 2 can kind of be like changed because there's not really a set in stone, I think. I think that the other one happened in 2019 or 2018. This game takes place in 2019, so I think it goes Before the Storm, the original, Life is Strange 2, and then this one. I want to say. I'm not entirely certain though, but I do know that Before the Storm is like the first one. It's like the Star Wars movies where the ones with like Anakin and Obi-Wan and all that when he's like younger and like General Grievous and the clones were before the original ones. Took me a while, but you got to see my clip. Link it. Shut up, Alex. This is the one thing that I really despise about this game is that it's just so much of like constant babbling. She won't be quiet. If you get the link, we'll pause it at an appropriate time. But now we're out to see Jed, which is someone who I think is the top man of to why my brother died. Or at least one of the very big contributing factors. Treehugger thinks it's Ryan. I think it's his dad. Excuse me. Oh my god. Beep, beep. He knows. Okay, hold on. Let me go check it out then. Before this man gets into my personal life and tells me all about this. L's Heart to Heart? What is this? Why'd you clip that? What? Get out of my chat! Get out of my chat! You deserve to be banned. The one part where I'm like, I deserve to go on a trip. I deserve to have a girlfriend. Gotta highlight my loneliness there. He knows something. What? Watch me get fired. No, I think you killed him, dude. No. I'm not going to. No, you have everything to lose, bro. Take a shot. Let's do it. Type in threatened Ryan. Yeah. He knows. He knows. He knows. If he doesn't know, I'm gonna feel bad. He knows something. And if he doesn't, I'm just like accusing this old man. You knew? Yeah. What'd you know? But we kind of already should have expected that. It's a big company. I'll show you. I wrote the game. But I told you we were gonna go to their minds. You know what? I think he's gonna betray us. I think that this is a ploy. I think it's a ploy. I'm calling it now. And if it's not, very suspicious old man. Just saying. Middle of nowhere. Wait a minute. Dude, we're so on point for this. What? Dude, that was so perfect. What? Not only that, I'll do you one better. I'll show you that I get correct, but also middle of nowhere. I did write the game. Thank you. You should hire me. Deck 9, this is my a job application. Thank you. You missed a lot? I mean, kind of. But don't worry. Everyone can always watch on the, you know, the YouTube. Go. If you missed anything, it's always there. Writer confirmed. I made the game, guys. I think that he is... I think it's like 2 point something is like a mile. Good shameless plug. He's gonna kick us! 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 Is he gonna kick us? He's gonna kick us! No. This is worse than getting kicked. Mr. Jefferson Jr., is that you? I said it the whole time! I said it the whole time. I knew it! Wait, what if there's QuickTime events? Hold on. It's Ryan in disguise. Okay, warning. Loud. No, no. That's like in the trailer. What? What? I just got an achievement that says the kind of thing you can't undo. Don't you dare tell me that the chapter ends like that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, video game. Don't you freaking dare, video game. It better not end it. I don't like this. Whoever did this is stupid. You deserve to be arrested. You deserve to stop. I don't like. Oh my god. Number one, I want to say freaking called it. Since chapter 1, I said that Jed was suspicious. I said no. He is the ringleader. Well, I don't think that he is the ringleader after that. But he is definitely a big person of interest. Okay. Pike let Alex go after she removed his fear. Okay, so good. We were the majority. Good. I'm pretty certain that that was the correct thing. Because that legally binds us. Pike just binds us emotionally. Which I am very emotional. I have no clue who these are. Don't worry, watch the YouTube videos. It's okay. Watch those. You don't have a choice at this point. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of gay people here, so like 67%. It would be hilarious. Can we get to 69? You know. Alex had a nice moment at the bonfire. 70%. Okay. Jesus Christ. Alex took a minute to reflect before talking with Jed. Only 28%? That was a good song! Yeah, my character's Alex. That was a good song! Why did everyone... What? Okay, so... no one wanted to go to the ocean. That was so funny. I'm lost, just watch YouTube, you know. That's the... Why is this duplicated? Oh. Okay. Nah, okay, then that's fine. Just be confused. Okay. Don't got time for that. I can't blame you. I'll probably be making a, compilation of, like, the biggest things, so just wait for that to be uploaded. Probably, like, November, since I have to go through all the footage again. Okay. Abridged. Steph and Alex shared a kiss. Okay, 67%. Not bad. And then 71% didn't even meet Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. No. Wait, what was this? Working in the record store? Oh. What? Alex is like, oh, I could work there. That was so much better than Steph. What? Okay. Charlotte felt weirdly detached at the festival, which I knew was gonna happen. Okay. 46% of people did not find Riley at the freaking bus stop? Are you kidding me? Riley had already decided not to go to school? What? How did 46% of people not find Riley? Becky joined the festival after dancing with Alex. Alex didn't use her power. 17% had a nice moment? Dude, does anyone even play this freaking video game? Does anyone even sit down for a moment and relax and play the game? Does anyone do that? 17%. You're missing out on a whole video game. If you don't, like, what's the point in buying the game if it's 17%? Alex helped the jelly bean. Yeah, of course. Okay, good. 77% of people did that. Half the people didn't talk to the guy. I can't blame you. I was buying a sub. WTF are you talking about? Oh, God. These people who play the game and then they just do like 17%. What? The who's and what's it now? Okay, and then half of us. Oh my God, I'm tempted right now just to go and play through the last chapter. Should I do it? It's only been 2 hours. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I don't. Wait, can't someone reverse time this? No, that's Max Caulfield from the first one. This is a character with similar, abilities, like similar different abilities. We have to go through and, get this one thing we didn't find. Okay. Yeah, but, what's it called? So, Max is in the original. This is, like, totally different characters from the original. The only difference is, I don't think my anything really matters here. This isn't gonna affect our story at all. But, this, like, how Max had those powers, now Alex has, empathetic powers, in a way. Okay. Where is Jed's thing? Yeah, okay, so, that wasn't really a good, yeah, like, emotional reading, yeah. Okay, I have to find what Jed's happy about. Maybe it's in the diner? Okay, I'm looking for something glowy on the ground. Now, someone had come in here earlier, Shift, and was saying that this was like a bad power. I personally think that it is like a super duper cool power, but dump truck ass though. I mean, Alex has little more than just her power of empathy. She's got a massive cake. Oh God, part of me wants to just play. Part of me wants to play. It's so early into the night. I don't think I should, though. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for something on Jed. So, something with emotions. We already found this one. Right now for me, it's 6:25. I mean more of, like, I don't want to be... because I get burnt out when I stream for, like, a long time. So I really try to avoid streaming for more than 3.5 hours, which like last stream was 3 hours and almost 40 minutes. And I like to do like shorter. It's like hour, 2 hours. Yeah, we're really not that far in, but if I was to do another chapter and it took 2 hours and 2 hours, that'd be 4 hours. And if the final chapter goes on for extra, oh my God. And there's a DLC coming out I think tomorrow, or maybe in 2 days. Let's see this lady, like, skip out. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Okay. We gotta look for this extra thing. Yeah, I know. I'm like, also, because I want to get, like, for the people who want to see the full Let's Play, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, we did these two back to back, and then people, like, can't watch the stream. But holy Christ. Okay, let's try to find whatever it is that Jed's memory bank. Which, obviously, we missed one of the most massive areas to find anything in. All of them have been kind of obvious, though, so... How did only 17% of people walk with Ducky, though? Or dance with Ducky? Okay, let's walk. Let's walk, girl. Okay. No, girl, let's walk. Okay. If anyone sees anything glowing on the ground, please tell me. Oh, yeah. I was playing games like this normally, and then a genocide run where I get as many people as possible killed. Yeah, I try to do things like that, like have like little challenges, but... Okay, we did this. I'll do it just in case. Okay. Okay, I'm hitting the wrong button. What did we miss? We got the bomber jacket. Is it by the stage, do you think? I don't think it would be over by Riley. How did people miss that though? I think it was like 80% of people or something didn't meet Riley at all. And I'm like, you're not even playing the video game at that point. For that, you're not even experiencing it. For that, you should have just gone out to watch someone's Let's Play. Like, cause you're not even enjoying the game fully. I love how auto mod like stop that. Yeah, I feel like the you know, surprisingly, the running animations have gotten a little better over the years. Like in Before the Storm, which is my favorite, so I keep on bringing it up, but... Are you okay? Okay. Also, hi Aaron, how you doing? We're trying to find a memory. We've already done all this. We finished chapter 4, and was debating whether or not to start chapter 5 immediately. Okay, here, let me pull up Before the Storm. Let me run that game, and I can show you the difference. Because as much, yeah, I know it's like, that's better, but compared to other things, yeah, it is. Which is surprising, I know. Game capture, BTS. Before the storm. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know if it'll load with the other game open. Or if Steam's only gonna make me be able to do one or another. Probably the dump truck wait. Okay, before the storm's having some issues loading. Can I play 2 Steam games at once? Is that like allowed? I think it is. I think we're good. I've never tried it before, so I don't know. But it wasn't wanting to work. Sadly, we can't skip this. So this is my favorite game of the entire series. It's also the first one in, like, the chronological order of it all. But, like... Here, hold on. I'm gonna shrink this also, so that it's like that more. And then I'll quickly, like, load one of my things. Shut up, Nightbot! Everyone hates on Nightbot. Dude, I love Nightbot. Nightbot's, like, my favorite. These games are made by, like, the same company. So, like, similarly to, what am I on? This one? No. So, similarly to the original, or, like, this one, I guess. Which is the original one that Deck 9, like, kind of did their part for. Can I skip any of this? No. They had the whole thing of, like, in this game, Rachel and Chloe decide that they want to run away. Do I really have to sit through all this? Oh my god. Let me go load up a thing I've already done so I can skip. Yeah, confirm. So they did the whole, like, oh, let's go away. Where do you want to go? And that's what Rachel asked Chloe. So I was like, not good timing now. We had 2 really, really good timing stuff. Can I skip? Let me skip. Let me skip. Let me skip. Let me skip. I'm gonna get a pitbull, name it Delia. Just you watch. That's how much I like this game. We could hurry it up now. I just want to show the running animation. Tears woke AF. Okay, so this is the running animation of this. Oh, you can't even run here. Jesus Christ. This is not proving my point. No. School campus, yeah. I'm like loading this just to prove that the running's gotten better. It doesn't sound like it, but it has. Please let me skip, bro. Please let me skip. I've already played through this like 8 different times. I just want to see Chloe Price run her skinny, bony little butt. Come on, come on. I'm hitting space. Skip, skip. Oh, it's the wrong button. Yeah, whatever. Okay, this was the running. This was the running. Look at the hands. So that there compared to this, definitely a lot better. Definitely a lot better. She's grip walking. I don't know. Okay, let's go find this. I gotta find something about Jed. I think it's by the stage, I'd say. It's sad. Is that Eleanor? I don't know. I didn't see you there before. Wait. Eleanor's here. Sorry, be quiet, dude. I already know where Riley is. I already talked with her on my thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm on the hunt for one specific thing. I teach my 3-year-old sister memes and video games instead of real stuff. She can do the phase hand signs and greets people with "what's up, shawty," because of me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is what we're missing. And his wife, no? Okay. Too bad he's human scum. Hey, Tui, you know? Oh my gosh. I think that was the last thing that we were missing. I also got an achievement, so that's really good. But Jesus. Okay, I think I got everything. So there's only 4. That was interesting to say the least. Let me double check that I have everything. Can I just say, though, that Elephant Gun 2001, knew from the very beginning that Jed was the bad guy. I just want to let the record show. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go raid the mammals. We're going to raid the Marine Mammal Rescue. I am going to have a great rest of my day until the next stream, where I'm hoping I'll get to play in the next couple days. I want to get this out on YouTube first, so it might be like 4 or 5 days. But we're going to finish it, and then we're going to play the DLC Wavelengths. And also, Kin, if you let me go get something to eat real fast, then we can play Minecraft together. But thank you guys for stopping by. Remember, check out the YouTube and all that, you know. 15 Cats are going to stream when I'm in school? Most likely. What if I just wait, like, till midnight now? Okay, but you guys have fun at the otters. And, goodbye. Dun, 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 dun.